Hi, this is Mike from Explore Prague, and here we are kicking off a new season of our videos showing you some less known areas of Prague, and this time we're talking about Smíchov. Smíchov originally used to be a village located just outside of the city walls. As the centuries went by, it became an area known for its vineyards, later on mostly farmhouses, but in 18th century it became a spot known for villas of the nobles who wanted to find a luxurious getaway from the city. In 19th century, with the arrival of Industrial Revolution, it became known as a spot filled up with booming factories, and till this day it's a busy residential area with loads of interesting things to explore. So, let me show you around. We're starting our journey in Kinski Gardens. Until 19th century, this hill was mostly used as a vineyard, but it was in year 1798 when Kinski noble family decided to buy it and turn it into an amazing English garden with amazing beautiful chateau at its bottom half. In year 1901, the garden was purchased by the Prague and Smíchov city councils and opened up to the public, so nowadays everyone can enjoy its beautiful views across the city. With the growing number of residents of Smíchov, it was necessary to build a place where people can come on Sundays to worship, and that's why between years 1881 to 1885 they've built this magnificent neo-Renaissance church of Saint Wenceslas. With its 50 meters tall towers and distinct red look, it can be spotted from many areas across Smíchov, and if you have enough time, I highly recommend the visit to see its richly decorated interior. Because of the construction of the Church of St. Wenceslas, they need to knock down one wing of Pordheim Kapelles, the one right behind me, which is built for Kilian Ignaz Dietzenhofer, a famous architect who was working on the churches such as Church of St. Nicholas, as well as many other famous sites of Prague. Nowadays, the building works as a gallery, so for all of you art lovers, it's a building that you shouldn't miss. One of the most unusual places that you can visit in Smíchov area is the Lesser Town Cemetery, Malostranský hřbitov. It was originally founded as a cemetery for plague victims in 17th century, and as the time went by, even many famous people that are living in Prague have been buried in this area. Nowadays, it's a place with almost like a mystical atmosphere, with all the graves overgrown by ivy. It's a visit that you won't regret, because most of the graves are actually amazing art pieces. In the beginning of 20th century, as Smíchov was rapidly growing, the cemetery was actually very close to its demolition. Thankfully, due to an unending effort of many Czech nationalists, the cemetery was spared and later on proclaimed to be one of the national cultural sites. As I mentioned earlier, most of Smíchov was actually known for its vineyards, as well as a getaway spot for the rich and the noble families that are finding here some quiet space outside of the city walls. That's why another interesting building that you can visit in here is this 18th century villa called Bertramca. This building became known for one thing only, that in 18th century it was visited by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart on his way to Prague. That's why nowadays, in the summer months, you can visit a museum dedicated to him and walk throughout a small park surrounding it. The last tip that I can give you is a beautiful, gorgeous park with panoramic views across the city called Suckercare. It's located right up above Nový Smíchov shopping mall. So if you want to sit down in a beautiful, quiet park after a long day and you want to enjoy a beautiful view across the city, this is exactly the spot that you're looking for. So, I hope you enjoyed our journey around Smíchov and found some of these places interesting that you decided to go and visit them by yourself. As usual, you're gonna find all the details about places we visited, plus some other extra tips in the bonus article. Links will be down below the video. And don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, on Facebook and YouTube to be always informed about new up-and-coming videos about Prague. So, as usual, I'm gonna see you next time, so see ya!